Well, I guess it's time. And hello, welcome to the Beated Horror Review. My name is Dan, aka the Boogey Man, and on this show I'll watch a horror movie, either a classic or a new release, talk about some good points, talk about some bad points, if there are any of either, give it a rating out of 10 if I remember to do it, and let you know if I think this film is worth a watch or not, in my humble opinion. And this week we're going to be talking about a brand new release that I watched a little while ago, and I have been trying to do this review, but I really didn't want to. I did not want to talk about it. But we're going to be talking about Never Let Go. So yeah, Never Let Go. It was released not long ago. I got to see it at like a little preview screening. But like I said, it's taken a lot of energy for me to kind of even talk about this film. It is a brand new film with Halle Berry and a couple of kids. If you've seen the trailers, it's basically a cabin in the woods kind of thing.
One touch without a robot is all it takes.
But yeah, so let's get into it. Before we carry on, guys, if you can leave a like and subscribe if you're enjoying these videos, it really helps a lot. Even it's just such a small thing for you, but it means a lot to me, and I would really appreciate it. Thank you guys so much. So yeah, Never Let Go. Before we carry on, I'm just going to say right now, spoilers, spoilers, spoilers. I'm not going to hold back from this movie. I'm not going to hold back because I dealt with it, so now you have to.
He wants you to doubt me.
But the plot of this film is Halle Berry lives in the woods with her two twin sons. Apparently some kind of evil has taken over the world. Her and her grandparents were the only people that saw it coming because she can see the evil. And so they built this house and blessed it so that the evil cannot enter this home. And obviously they need to leave the house at places. So what they do is they have a rope that is tied around them for when they venture out, so that even though they're away from the house, they're still touching it. Therefore, the evil cannot get a hold of them. Because apparently all this evil needs to do is touch you when you're not in the house, and it will take you over.
Say it. Never let go.
Apparently, yeah. This film had so much potential. The trailers and everything, obviously it didn't fill me with like, oh my god, this is a Citizen Kane of horror. But, you know, I saw it, I was like, I'll give it a go. When I watched this film, while watching it, the script and the story clearly had a lot of potential. Now, this film has been produced by Halle Berry. She has obviously, you know, gone to that kind of side of things where she's done a few horrors as well. She obviously likes the genre, and she's embraced her more mature roles. She's not playing the sex starlet anymore. You know, like she's not playing the sexy woman. She is playing... I realise my foot is rattling the tripod because I cannot stop bouncing my foot. ADHD, everybody. But yeah, she's playing the more, you know, mature adult roles. She's playing the mother. She's playing roles suited for her age, which is great. She is very good in this. I will say that right off the bat. She's very good at what she's doing. The kids, the two kids in it, some praise straight away, because I don't want to go straight into bashing this film. The kids are good. You have to realise when you're watching children in film and things that they are younger and they are, you know, they've not had years and years of acting classes and experience and life experience. And there's one particular scene where the kids are really good. It's a scene where they're going to shoot a dog. So, yeah, I get why they were so emotional. But, right, let's go. Because I cannot be asked to be nice anymore. This film, like I said, had so much potential, and they fucked it. They fucked it so hard. Honestly, what are they doing? Why? Why are you doing this to me? Hollywood, you had a script in front of you and you had an idea that was so good, and you clearly had to Hollywoodify it up and throw in a bunch of crap that makes it just so tedious and repetitive and the same goddamn thing we've seen a goddamn fucking million times. Sorry about that. Well, honestly, this felt like when it opens immediately with a voiceover. 2 minutes of voiceover, and I'm like, there straight away I knew there was a script in there and there was a story that had been written, but the studio or the producer, whoever, did not trust the audience to get it. and understand and be able to figure it out. So they explain it all up front. And as I was watching this film, there's revelations that come out during the film that are explained early on in earlier scenes. But when they're in the film later on, they're like their revelations. And I know why that is. Because in the original script, that's fucking earlier scene wasn't there. So they put it in early because they think people wouldn't get it, and they ruined the reveal. They ruined the mystique of it. This film had the potential to be mysterious and intriguing. It is basically Halle Berry's character can see this evil that she says took over the entire world and there's nobody left.
I know this life's been hard on you boys since the world ended.
She and her 2 sons are the only ones, and the reason why conflict starts to happen is because they are starving. There isn't much that the food left or anything like that, and there are some scenes in this that show that the food is running out very well. They do it very succinctly. It's been directed by Alexander Aja, and he's a great director. He's got a great eye. Visually, the film is great. It's got some beautiful shots in it. It's shot very well. It's very well directed. But the story and the Hollywood editions, there's things that are just starting to really annoy me. One, you have to explain everything. Why do you ever got to explain everything straight away? Would it have been compelling in Star Wars if we just found out in the first one that Darth Vader was Luke Skywalker's dad? Spoiler alert. But it's stuff like that. Would it have been compelling if in Fight Club we knew immediately, spoiler alert, that Tyler Durden was the narrator? No, because then you ruin the whole mystique and the mystery of the film. This film reminded me a lot, the idea of it, of films like It Comes at Night, and the more mysterious kind of, is this just psychological? Is there actually a problem out there? Is it just this person, Halle Berry's character, going mad? And frankly, she plays it like she's nuts. And the kids obviously grew up in this house, only knowing her. So they are indoctrinated into her beliefs. Except what kicks off the whole film is one of the boys trips, breaks his ankle, and because the other boy pushed him because he thought he heard him say something to him. And to get to him, one of the boys takes the rope off to get to him so he can rescue him. And nothing bad happens. And like I said, no one can see anything, no one can hear anything. But the mum is saying that there was evil there, and it shows what the mum is seeing. And it's people who have got really bad CGI makeup and snake tongues, and they just they ruin these good moments. And it's full of bad moments like that. But the idea of this young boy finally thinking, maybe my mother is lying to us, or maybe my mother is wrong. Maybe she believes all of this, but there's something not right with her. And I think that idea was originally in the script. But then they had to fill it with all this garbage of spooky CGI, ghosties talking and having snake tongues, and everyone's got distorted voices when they talk because distorted voices evil. And it drives me goddamn wild. There's a scene in it where one of the boys is shouting for help, and someone approaches the house, a hiker, and he's like, I can call, is everyone okay? And the boy who was shouting for help is the one who doesn't trust his mum. And the other boy, by the way, Halle Berry's dead by this point. Shocker, sorry, spoiler. The other boy is ill, and he is so deluded and believes his mother so much, he shoots this complete stranger with a bow and arrow, with a crossbow thing, It's like the descent of these two opposing forces. Someone with blind faith and someone who's questioning their reality. There's no evidence of this evil. The only evil that they see is the mother. She is cruel. She beats them. She makes them pray underground. She makes them eat awful, disgusting food. At one point, they're starving so bad that she makes them eat bark because they've got nothing else. And she refuses to accept that they might need to venture further. And mistakes happen, and she blames them. And it's constantly like, there's no evidence to say anything is wrong. And she contradicts herself a lot. She says she went to the city and immediately saw all the evil. But she's got tattoos. And in fact, she's got a snake tattoo. She keeps talking about how the evil comes out as a snake. But she's got a big snake tattoo on her back. And the little boy starts questioning, like, well, if city was full of evil, why do you have tattoos? Why do you know? How did you meet our dad? Because he was from the city. You know, you obviously left and came back later. So what happened? And she brushes it off. And there's this deep psychological thing going on. But they have to ruin it with spooky ghost, big bang, CGI noise. And because fucking, at the end of this, like even like the ending of this film, I was like I said, Halle Berry's character, she starts seeing the evil. She's locked in a room on her own. She starts seeing the evil, which was her grandmother. And it turns out that she had poisoned her grandmother and killed her own grandmother. But she tells us that earlier in the film because she said, I had to kill your grandparents because the evil got them. If they, like, it's full, like, it keeps doing stuff like that. If they hadn't, there's like this is what I mean by, like, the original script probably had all these things. If she just said your grandparents died, and then later on it was revealed that she poisoned them, it would again show the descent, and this young girl who grew up to be Halle Berry was probably psychotic. But you know, we gets ruined by it because spooky ghost. And the end of this film, the two boys are all that's left, and the young boy who's obsessed with his mother and believes in mom to a T apparently gets possessed by that evil. Touches him in the forest because he goes out without a rope on because he starts to believe, and he's hungry and he's starving and he doesn't think straight, and he burns the house down with the other boy inside, and the other boy does prayers and all this stuff to try and get rid of the evil. He uses his power of not just belief but belief in himself and what he's seeing and believing and what he can see in front of him, and they get rescued by air rescue because they're in the middle of the woods and the house is on fire. People see it, and it could have ended so ambiguously, but it ends with the worst ADR and just oh, by the way, it was a spooky ghost all along. What is with the spooky ghost thing? What's this? The spooky snake man? Spooky snake that takes you over. And if there is a spooky snake that takes you over, why is everyone else fine? It seems like it was just inherent madness that Halle Berry had, that she's transported down to one of her sons. And I feel like that's the angle that you're originally going for, but they couldn't leave it alone, and they had to go, no, it has to be a thing that we can show. We have to do a spooky Polaroid. We have to do spooky CGI scene with spooky scary woman with spooky goo and distorted voices. Fucking sick of seeing shit like this. It has been done a million times. It's just tedious. I was bored out of my mind. Everyone I know who's seen this film, so they were so bored, but it had potential and they ruined it by using Hollywood of higing it up, and I'm tired of it. I don't like films. If you like basic horror and simple plots, and you don't want anything more than spooky ghost, spooky snake man, then this is for you. But for me personally, I want more. For me, it's like a 3 out of 10. It's a 3 out of 10, this film, solely because of the child acting and the directing. It is a very good looking film. Halle Berry commits, and it shows progression of time. It shows her getting more crazy. It shows her getting more and more disheveled to the point where her hair is ending up in dreads because she hasn't washed it for so long. It is full of potential, but it fucks it. And like my other review where I was so angry, I'm not censoring. I try and censor my swears if I do, but I'm fucking doing it first. Just fuck this movie. I'm tired of this kind of thing where it's just the same shit all the time. It's the reason why I made my fake trailer called Papa, where I just took some images that showed that's what the kind of trailers that they're making for these films. And if you haven't checked that out, go check it out. It was just a bit of fun for me. But yeah, this film, 3 out of 10. Anyway, that was my more of a rant than a review for Never Let Go. What did you think of the film? Let me know down in the comments below. Did you like it? Did you not like it? Are you tired of seeing these tropes and things and these Hollywoodifications like I am? Let me know down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And until the next time, guys, happy watching.